Right now, we are about to watch the two biggest groups on the server. T24, who I could argue is actively T20 V21. I could argue is actively owning the server, running the server, versus T24. T24 versus V21. They're the two biggest groups on the server as of now. Or one is the biggest group. This one's just the group that actually do pretty well for themselves. If they win this raid, they will get all their loot. If they lose this raid, their loot is being despawned. I begged them for their loot, and they said, no, you gotta come raid it if you want any loot from us. So now we're about to spectate the biggest raid of this year so far in Rust Console Edition, 4.5k maps. Seems like the following, it seems like the defenders don't really like any nakeds watching this raid going on. Let's hope I stand to continue commentating this raid. As I crawl around, I can see that the defenders are pretty well prepared, but are the raiders prepared? The raiders have built a pretty nice raid base up the hill, sitting about 3 stories tall, 2 long, or 3 wide, 2 long. I died to a base owner named Red Robin, and not to be mistaken by Red Robin's the food place. As we continue to sit here, we will be watching the presentation of the following presentation by Rust Console Edition. After this raid starts, we will officially start the competition. You guys both know how to play fair? I don't know, they can't hear me. You guys both know how to play fair. You guys are being watched by 0 people, to thousands of people, to millions of people, to tens of people, to hundreds of people. Oh, the raiders are actively taking a quick look, while we got the defenders look to just be sitting on the roof, maybe holding a peek or two, while the raiders get ready to start launching rockets. The second the rockets start launching, all breaks loose. The rockets are coming! Oh, it's an ensign. The rockets are indeed coming. They're coming to the stone walls. The raiders are putting up a hard fight. There's three raiders on the roof. They've blown through the first layer of compound. Let's see if I could get a better angle on this. We'll be able to see the raiders and the defenders. As the defenders sit in their compound trying to shoot. Sit in their shooting floor trying to shoot. The raiders continue coming on top by blowing more and more of the base. They're into the 2 layers of compound. They're starting to fire at the base. See if I could get another position again. Let's see if I could see the front side of the base. We're eventually going to see if I could try to see the hole that they open up on the base. Let's see if I could potentially get a different angle. Oh, the defenders miss an HV rocket. And they're getting pounded. Oh, 2, 3 raiders, 4 raiders pushing up on ground. Oh my god. 5 raiders, 4. As the windmill crumbles, we watch more and more people die. We watch more and more people win the raid. Oh, the raiders are not happy that I'm here. Let's try to get another view of this raid. try to get another view of this raid. Hold on. Let me go try to get another view of this raid. They've smoked out the raid base, but luckily some of them are on ground shooting rockets. Last time we checked, the base had minor damage with at least one windmill and shooting floor peak gone. They missed a second HP, the defenders have. And as I run up over this hill, we'll see that the raiders have done again. This is going to be a hectic raid. As we sit here, the base looks to be open. I don't think there's much defending that these sealers will be able to do. I don't exactly know how many. I know that there's at least 4 to 5 raiders and at least 2 defenders. Maybe 3. This raid looks to be about over though. This raid looks to be about over. Oh! But they smoke it out. There's no way the defenders even have a chance of sealing. Oh! Oh, and they're fighting! And the defender seems to come out on top. The defender is coming around to an area that is not smoked off. He might have just jumped down into an area that is smoked off. And the defender, I think, ends up losing the fight. But as we continue watching this, as the base gets open more and more, the rocketers shoot more and more rockets at the base. The base just crumbles. The base that once stood here, towering over all the other bases in the area, owning its own area, claiming it as its territory, is now crumbling. There's already a big hole in their base and they barely shot over, well, they probably shot at least 30, maybe 40 rockets. Oh! Look at the raider! Or look at the defender, he has HPs! I think he just killed one of the raiders! He's sitting right there! There's 2 raiders sitting behind the compound! He's about... I see boxes! This base is wide open. If they don't start sealing soon, it will be all over for the defenders! The server is max pop. If I stand, I will continue giving commentary. If I don't stand, I'll continue giving commentary. I just have to respawn. But we might have to start from a further view again. This base is open. There's no way you could get more open than this. This base is open. Looks like we have to respawn. I did not stand. But as we continue to hear rockets slam the base from the distance, we'll continue to figure out how much damage this base has taken. Okay, sorry, quick commentary break. As we see, this base still looks pretty wide open. Oh yeah, there's no coming back. This base is open. The raiders have successfully succeeded on raiding them. And we will continue seeing the 5-man on ground continue to raid them with no problem. As you could hear, they're still shooting. AK-47, L9, AK, Bolty. There's gunfights all over. They're shooting the nakeds that are just trying to commentate this raid on their own YouTube channel with AKs and Bolties and all the weapons that come with Tier 3. M2s, I guarantee it. I could even get shot by a rocket. They're probably not gonna shoot me with a rocket, but I probably could get shot by a rocket. As I continue to, what the proper term would be is to wide flank this, to get in another position to see the front half of the base. As I run over here to look at the front half of the base, oh, the base is open. There's no coming back from this. This base is cooked. This base is actually cooked. GG's. GG's to the defenders. I hope they had a nice time. They asked for this raid. They were gonna despawn, so at least their loot is going to a good cause. This is going to a good cause. This raid is all over. Defenders are not even defending at this point anymore. The raiders are just dominating. This base is open. Look how open that base is. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Oh yeah, this raid is all over, guys. There's no way anybody's winning. There's no way the defenders are winning this raid, guys. T24 said you either come raid for a loot or we're gonna despawn, so V21 pulled up on T24. And I'm kind of streaming it and commentating it. This base is all open. I don't think the defenders will be able to do much more. Money's not here. Money's at the gas station.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick shower. I'm gonna be in the queue.
Okay. Oh. Watch as the raiders continue to advance into this base. They do not... I stood... We could get a close-up shot on this raid! Oh my god! The amount of fighting is crazy! One of them almost got HV'd. Oh. Spider killed you. I have 5 seconds on this bag. We'll get some more. There's AKs, there's bolties, there's L9s, there's every single gun. There's a naked placing down sleeping bags. Natural grub. I was a grub once on this server. 1 on their base, 5 in the compound. Versus, I believe, what seems to be 2 defenders. Might be 3 defenders. They won't even let me get a close-up shot before they gun me down. This base must be loaded. This raid is all over. I'm on timer. Thank you guys for watching. This was the raid on Rust Console Edition Sports.